Hello everyone, this is Samuel Farmer, and today in our Advanced Software Engineering course we're going to go over unit and integration testing. My project is TutorSparkCLI, an RPG-flavored command line learning assistant for computer science students. The main feature is a hero profile system plus a turn-based quiz engine that stores results in SQLite. In this video I'll walk through the unit and integration test I wrote with PyTest. Show how they cover important parts of my code base, and demonstrate tests failing and then passing again after fixing realistic bugs. I'm using the PyTest as my testing framework. Here is our testing folder with our each one Py configurations. Our test DB Py tests the SQLite persistence layer. Our test engine Py tests the small pure functions in the quiz engine. Our test profile Py tests the profile creation and persistence. And our test strategy Py tests the strategy pattern implementation. In total, there are 10 tests, and they are all target real important code paths in the TutorSparkCLI. Now, let's run our test. As you can see, all 10 passed. Now, in this case, I'll walk through each test file and deliberately introduce a few bugs to show how these tests catch regressions. First, let's start with our test DB. This database layer in our test DB Py, which is critical because it holds learner profiles and quiz history. There's two main tests. Test insert fetch learner profile, right here, round trip, and then we have our test insert quiz session. Our test insert and fetch learner profile round trip creates a learner profile via the DB insert learner profile. And then it uses the DB get all profiles to verify that the name, level, focus area, and hero class are persisted correctly. The test insert quiz session persist stats ensures that when I insert quiz session, it actually shows up in the DB get recent quiz sessions with the right total questions and correct answers. Together, these are integration tests between my Python code and the SQLite schema. Let's break this now. Now I'm going to introduce a realistic bug. The most common bug, a typo. Let's comment out this, which conveniently, in the insert quiz session, I've commented out the comment. That means that the new quiz session row is never actually committed between the two databases. So now we're going to save. We're going to save. And then we're going to run only the test on that. So let's do our PyTest. Test. There we go. Test DB. We're going to test the insert quiz session persist stats. As you see, there's no match. We'll also run our regular test. As you see, it failed as well. We'll go back here and fix our typo. Save that. And as you see, we're back to passing our test again. So, our next one, let's see here. We restored our comment there. Let's look at our engine, our test engine Py. Next is our test engine Py, which focuses on the small, pure functions from our quiz engine. One test checks that given a sample question, my evaluate answer helper correctly identifies right versus wrong answers and updates HP as expected. Another test checks that the game_over reports true when HP hits 0 or there are no remaining questions. These are classic unit tests. They don't touch in the database. They just validate my core logic. So let's open it up, and I'm going to break this quiz engine slightly. Let's change our evaluate answer so HP is never reduced, for example. Let's see here. We are going to find evaluate answer. Okay. And let's see. Choose index. Let's do this. Instead of doing that, let's do question correct underscore index. There. Now let's run our test again. As you see, it fails. It fails our one-on-one test. The name is there is no question because it is going to be the integer. So we can cut that out. Go ahead and put in our, undo that actually, and put in our integer again. We'll go back, and there you see we've passed another one. So that is our integration test. And let's see. Make sure all 10 tests passed. All right, so let's break this down on our 10 tests. There is there's two around the DB layer. There's two for the engine. There's two for the profile creation, and I believe there's three for the strategy. And I'm sorry, there's one more on the test DB as well. These tests cover important non-trivial parts of my TutorSparkCLI codebase, which is database persistence and analytics, quiz engine scoring and HP rules, hero profile creation and resume behavior, and the question selection strategy. I hope I showed how small realistic bugs in these areas can cause tests to fail and how restoring the correct logic makes them pass again.